Hello, everybody. What's up? Good evening. This is Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar, back at it again. Yes, I'm coming with an unpopular opinion. I know this is going to get people angry, but I don't care. I want to talk about this topic tonight. First, I want to give a big shout out to all the customers at africansuperstar.com. What's up to those of you shopping at www.theafricansuperstar.com. Also, a big shout outs to all our members only. I will be dropping an exclusive members only video update this week, so please stay tuned to your community tab for that. And last but not least, all the lovers of the African Superstar Music Project, you guys know currently the vote is what we're talking about. I've been nominated and the votes are rolling in. Much love to the African Superstar family for your support and your tangible support. You know, people be like, oh, I wish you win. I hope you win. I hear you. But send the votes. That's how we're going to win. That's what gets counted. And obviously, I'm preparing to release a brand new single. If I win my category, I will release a brand new song on that day, which is the 6th of May, from my upcoming EP that's going to release in June, called STAR, of course. Hello. That's the name of my upcoming EP, STAR. And I will perform one of my newly recorded songs to celebrate my award, obviously. Yes, so big shout out to the family. Tonight we're going to talk about this topic. It's an unpopular opinion. Some black people don't want to acknowledge their hand in the detrimental things that they are doing to our community. One of the biggest and most evident problems is the lack of loyalty among our people. And this translates in so many different ways. You know, obviously relationships will be the first thing a lot of people think about. Oh, you know, black men aren't loyal to black women aren't loyal to black men, although that's kind of forced. I mean, you know, black women have fiercely been loyal to black men for a long time. And unfortunately, because of the lack of loyalty on the other side, that has led some women to explore other options. You know what I mean? But when we look at it in a grand scheme, we're not loyal to the continent. We're not loyal to other areas of the diaspora. We're not loyal to our children. We're not loyal to our business. We're not loyal to our future. You know, we're not loyal to people that get out on a limb on our behalf, even people that have lost their lives with a certain message trying to propel our people forward. We are just not loyal. We find lots of excuses to justify our bad behavior. And I don't know where it comes from, because obviously I can't speak on the behalf of all these other ethnicities, but I do see a bit of solidarity in other communities, you know, where they don't apologize for preferring their own people, for patronizing their own businesses in their own communities, for, you know, marriage within their culture and their religion, and, you know, all these things. Other ethnicities are proud to say, listen, this is our way of life. This is our outlook. And we're not going to apologize. We're not going to change. We're not going to accommodate other people's ideologies. The lack of loyalty among our people is actually embarrassing. And you know what's crazy is that other people detect the lack of loyalty. Okay, they know that our people can be bought and sold. They know our people will make justification for this bad behavior. I mean, I understand that our people have not been promoted in respect of self-preservation in any way, but it's nature and it's survival. And it's very obvious that if we don't patronize our own people and entities, our own homeland or whatever, it will fail to function. It will cease to exist. It's just that easy. It's just that simple. And making justifications to participate in the destruction is crazy. So, for instance, you're going to have an occurrence with like a Black-owned business. You know, this is very popular all the time. People have a bad experience at a Black-owned business. All right. And they blow this up. They go online, you know, nowadays. They go online, they go on TikTok, they go on Facebook, they write reviews. They do all this stuff to like let this business know that they're no longer going to be a part of the business. Meanwhile, they face repetitive racist encounters or bad service at non-Black businesses, but they continue to patronize those businesses, and they don't slam those businesses, and they don't give all that, you know, fanfare to it or whatever. I just want to illuminate this to some of you that may be participating in these detrimental behaviors and like you don't realize it. You know, I encourage you to examine your behaviors, your outlook, maybe your social media, your interactions and all that stuff. I encourage you to analyze it. And there's really only two ways to look at it. Big shout outs to Motrell on a mission. I'm coming to you, your comment. There's really only two ways to look at everything that you do. Okay, especially if you are someone in the public eye or a personality, social media, whatever, musician, whatever. Is your behavior productive or is it not? Is it for the edification of our people? Is it helping? Is it healing? Is it encouraging? Is it positive? Is it proactive? Is it a solution? You know, or is what you're doing, what you're saying, tearing it down? Because I see so much disloyalty from my people that it is disgusting. People have every excuse in the book, as in, oh, I'm not dating those people. I'm not going to Africa. I'm not doing this business. You know, I'm not, you know, because of whatever they may have experienced. They just have like no more sentiments for their people. And we don't have any friends. We don't have any allies. Okay? When you're involved in these other communities and things like that, believe that it's temporal, because it is. Believe that it's conditional, because it is. Okay? They're only tolerating you to a certain extent. They're only, you know, accommodating you to a certain extent. All it requires is you getting out of line, and you will no longer be welcomed in those spaces. And so many of our sellout friends and family and associates have found out the hard way that, oh, you want to kind of turn your back on your own people and you want to estrange yourself from, you know, your origins and all that stuff and go and assimilate with these other cultures. The fall from grace is hard. And it's very embarrassing. Our people are disloyal, and I just have to say it. If you're someone who has ever fixed your mouth to justify negative perspectives over your people, the homeland, the diaspora, Black business, Black love, Black children, etc., 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 you would be part of that disloyal bunch. Because at the end of the day, the way I see it is, you know what? There's problems in every situation. Okay? Nobody's perfect. I also take into consideration the extreme trauma and like heinous circumstances that so many of our people have encountered and what our ancestors have been through. I'm always a bit more soft and sympathetic to my people because I understand that in many ways that is contributing to the dysfunction in our community. But a lot of our people don't have that, you know, they don't have that soft spot for their own people. Now, a lot of you guys, you have a lot of soft spots for non-Black people. Huh? You can make excuses to the moon about your Jesus Christ. You can make a lot of excuses about racism, America, black, white women, white males. You can find police brutality. A lot of you disloyal Black people, you have a lot of excuses for all that stuff. But you have no grounds for your own people, your own family. Okay, knowing that, again, your interactions with all these other groups or whatever, it's always conditional, it's always temporal. Just go a little too far. Just say something they don't agree with. Just voice your opinion, and you're going to find out, ooh, I was only allowed to function in this space. While I was, acceptable, while I wasn't controversial. I wasn't really, fully being myself. Fully being yourself in many spaces is just a threat to many of these people. Being yourself, it makes them uncomfortable because they are at fault. They know it. And they don't like being reminded of all the things that they have done, that their people have done, what those effects are tallied up to. They don't ever want to take, any responsibility. And that's why for like you guys that cap and make a lot of excuses for these non-Black folks, that's how I want you to understand. They're not as good as you think they are. They're not as moral and fair and just as you want to believe that they are, because number one, they're lying to themselves. They're lying to you. They refuse to acknowledge what they have done, and they refuse to make it right. And they continue to perpetuate it past, present, and future. If they were good people, if they were fair and moral people, they would say, you know what, look, just like my last EP, for every action, there's a reaction. Okay? We've done a lot of things that we're not proud of. Our ancestors have done a lot of things that we're not proud of. But guess what? We're going to start the road to some type of, compensation. We don't want this to continue to be the elephant in the room. So we're going to bring out these type of initiatives or whatever to try to right our wrongs, or at least acknowledge these things. But guess what? That's not anything that they are doing. They're not interested in making it right, guys. They know what the hell they did. And they know how they benefited and how they continue to benefit and how it destabilizes our people. Again, past, present, and future. And they're not interested in making it right. So how can you sit there and justify, well, Gina, they're not all bad people. Gina, they have good intentions and, they're down. Actions speak louder than words, fam. Actions speak louder than words. What actions can you produce to me in our community to say, oh, they have remorse. They have remorse. They've acknowledged. They've apologized. They've rectified. They've made initiatives. You have nothing. So I would like to naturally encourage my viewers, maybe if you're on my channel and you disagree, or you come across this video and you disagree, I would say my viewers, hello. I would say people that this message resonates with, I would encourage you to align your loyalty with your own people. Yes. I would encourage you to evaluate, again, the actions that you take, the mentality that you have, the ideology that you have. Is it productive or is it not productive? Black women. I know that the dating scene is very challenging in America, in the West, for Black women. We are just going through a lot in that circumstance. At the same time, all these people are emulating us. They're also trying to, tear us down. Say we're not desirable, that we're difficult, that we're not feminine, all these lies. Again, your friends are creating that campaign. Are Black women in control of advertising? Are they in control of casting for sitcoms and movies? Are they the ones suggesting that Black males are always paired up with white women? Are they the ones that are perpetuating that white women or European standards of beauty? No, they're not. Your friends, your non-Black friends, are the ones who are creating that narrative. And it's a bloody lie. Because all the Black women in this room, in this chat room right now, have had encounters with jealous and competitive white women who are in a non-existent competition with Black women. Okay, constantly trying to emulate, constantly trying to figure out and nitpick and mimic us. Okay, that is not an action that a superior person would actually do. Okay, a superior person, you know, the standard of beauty, why would they want to emulate anyone else? Just ask yourself, why would they be obsessed with anyone else? Okay, why would they manipulate science to emulate someone else's features that come innately to us? Shout outs for that super chat, Seatful Thoughts. Black people need to wake up. You know, they need to wake up. And I know that the brainwashing is extensive, but I mean, if you logically look at these things, they do not add up. They don't equate. And why we don't have any, what's the right word? I just had it on the tip of my tongue. Solidarity. Why we don't have any solidarity is completely bizarre. You know, because we don't have any allies and we are continually mistreated by these other groups, you know, from the Asians to the Europeans to the Americans. You know, we constantly have this kind of contention. That contention, again, comes from the fact that they know that we are it. They know that we are it. They are jealous. You know, they're jealous that a group of people could be so talented, so beautiful, that their continent could be so mineral rich, that they could be so athletic, that they could be, you know, that their men can be so virile and, you know, have superior physiques and statures. They're jealous and angry that we get all this stuff naturally. We're not bothered by it. We don't try to capitalize off of it a lot of times. We're not consumed with it. They, you know, they don't understand because they try to utilize everything that they have in their disposal. So when we have an abundance of these things, you know, not only do we have all those physical attributes and all of those things, but we're extremely creative and soulful. We get musical talent, athletic talent. You know what I mean? The list goes on, and it's not even anything that is extraordinary to us because it's just so common that our people have all these things. And the response from the rest of the world is envy, because those things are innately given to our people, and our people choose not to, for one reason or not, utilize it. And then in the confusion of it all, our people decide to gravitate to other groups that don't have it. You know, have anyone in the room, currently we have 35 of you guys, has anybody ever had a jealous friend? Let me see a number one. I'm going to start shout outs, you know, in a moment. Have any of you guys had any jealous friends before? Have you had jealous friends and you didn't even know they were jealous? Some of the ladies definitely have been through this. Maybe some of the fellas too. It's like, you know, you have this girlfriend and you think that she's cool and you love her to death, but guess what? She's always making side comments. She's always being negative to you. You know, she's always just like got this vibe. And you don't really know that, hey, she hates you. She's jealous of you. That's the exact sentiment that we have with the rest of the world. You know, we're coming, you know, completely unguarded. We're coming in friendship. We're coming in a genuine nature. We're welcoming, and these people are like, hate our guts, you know? And in addition to that, they have tried on many, many occasions to eliminate our people, to destroy our people. And somehow we persist. That creates extreme hatred and jealousy and envy, which we see. These are the supporting arguments that I produce to you today, to encourage you to have some loyalty among your people, to create some loyalty among your people, because you may be going into various situations, you know, businesses, relationships, friendships with these folks outside of our community, you know, again, with good intentions, but that's not reciprocated. You know, we are the only ones who can cherish Africa, for instance, our homeland. We're the only ones who can value it. Members of the diaspora being able to actually go somewhere and be welcomed, to actually go somewhere and have opportunities to become a part of the community, begin families, or establish generational wealth. All of these things that are being afforded to us here on the continent are not available to us anywhere else in the world. You know, anything that we try to achieve in other foreign places is tumultuous. It's difficult. You know, we face so many obstacles, and in some situations, we face violence. You know, the hatred is so deep with these groups that it results to violence. Even when we're not, again, we're not reciprocating, we're not initiating, we're not instigating it. We're just minding our own business. These are the reasons why. These are the reasons why solidarity among our people is the very obvious answer. It's the very obvious answer, guys. Anything else is very stupid. The Chinese man knows that nobody's got the interest of the Chinese man the way the Chinese man does. Hello. That's why when they would be confronted with, you know, maybe potential agreements or business deals, they will likely, highly likely go with their own people. I would say if they would choose someone outside of their community, that person would have to be an anomaly. That person would have to be like extremely rich or famous or influential for them to, you know, choose that person over maybe their own people. Because in their mind, when they begin to formulate the decision-making process, they immediately align with their own people first, their own culture first, and all that stuff. Our people, we've got to do the reprogramming, you know. And I'm just going to say this, but the Chinese use propaganda. Okay, they tell the Chinese kids, hey, we're the greatest. Our country's the greatest. You're capable. You can go do great things, you know. Blah, blah, blah. China this, China that, China this, China that. Buy Chinese, support Chinese, marry Chinese. They tell their kids those things, whereby black people are scared to tell their kids these things. Black people feel that inclusion and diversity is necessary, and it's not. That's part of the programming that we have received that other groups negate. And that very programming has been detrimental to us. Do you know why? Huh? Do you guys know why? Somebody put a Y in the chat room. Do you guys know why it has been detrimental? I'm going to tell you when I see why. And then I'm going to start shout outs. What's up, family? Make sure you hit the likes, support the stream. I'm talking about it today. I got to call y'all out. The reason why integration, diversity, inclusion is so bad for our people is, guess what? We can't compile anything. We can't achieve anything. We can't build on our foundation. You know why? Because we're constantly including other people. We're constantly outsourcing our wealth. We're constantly having other people be privy to information that they shouldn't be. You know, it's kind of like if you had a bowl of marbles, okay? And, you know, your friends keep coming around and they're taking a marble. They're taking a marble. They're taking a marble. Before you know it, you had 100 marbles in your bowl. Now you have 20 marbles. You're like, oh my God, where did 80 marbles go? Well, guess what? You gave it to Becky. You gave it to John. You gave it to, you know, what's that guy? Bruce Lee. You gave it to Jorge from Mexico. Huh? That is exactly what we're doing as a community. Okay, that's exactly what we're doing. We continually give out our resources, give out our wealth, our homeland, our culture. We include everybody. We welcome them in. Okay, they don't reciprocate. Now, let me give you a different analogy. Okay, this is what, like, let's say I'm Bruce Lee. Let's say I'm a Chinese. I got the marbles. Okay, I got the bowl of marbles, 100 marbles. Okay, I give one to Zhu Chen. He puts one back into my bowl. Okay, I give it to Chung Lee. She puts one back into my bowl. Okay, I have actually benefited the community. Okay, I'm actually, you know, being generous. I'm giving out. All right, but guess what? The critical difference is those others are also putting back into my bowl. So when at the end of the night, when I go home, I have 100 or plus marbles. You know, Jung Chi has 100 plus marbles. Chung Lee has 100 plus marbles. We all benefit from functioning as a community. But this current model that we have right now, this disloyal model that we have, where every little thing that we have, we give it away. We constantly want to have people in our environments and this and that. You know, because we've been guilt tricked into believing that it's necessary, that it's moral, that it's the right thing to do. It's not the right thing to do. It's not the right thing to do, guys. We're failing. We're failing as a community. We're failing as adults. We're failing as a generation, okay? We're failing our kids. We're busy giving out what we don't have to give out. And these other people are not reciprocating. Here in Ghana, for instance, there's a lot of Chinese businesses. There's a lot of Lebanese businesses, okay? When I go to the local Ghanaian restaurants, you know, I went to the cinema a couple weeks ago. I don't see those Chinese people in there buying tickets going to support Ghanaian films. I don't see them at the fufu joint. I don't see them eating jollof rice or, you know, buying kente cloth and shopping at Makola Market. You see, they don't reciprocate what they take out. Now, mind you, we're giving them marbles left and right, okay? We're going to their restaurants. We're shopping at their stores. We're, you know, whatever. Okay, they don't reciprocate. Same thing with the Lebanese. Same thing with the whites. I tell you guys all the time, and you cannot prove me wrong. Whenever you are in these interracial, multicultural friendships, it's always contingent on them being at the top, them capitalizing, them benefiting, and you taking the back seat. Always. If you happen to be in a rare situation where you guys are on the same playing field, or you actually excel beyond them, or you go beyond their expectations, it becomes a problem. You'll start seeing Billy acting a little funny. Huh? You'll start seeing Mary Jane acting up because the relationship dynamics have shifted and they never want to be a second fiddle to you. Okay, they never want to clap for you if you're winning over them. But we, like the dummies, like, what is it? There's this little I think it's like a toy monkey or something in one of those. It might be Toy Story or something. And you kind of wind it up and he just walks around and he claps. We're so happy for Mary Jane when she gets whatever she wants to get, huh? Some of you black ladies are friends with these non-black ladies and you're clapping for them as they marry your man, huh? You sitting there teaching her how to do her mixed race kid's hair because she doesn't know how to do it, or cook dishes for her husband, or helping her pick out clothes because she has no style. You're teaching her our music, you know, traveling with her to the motherland or taking her to the Caribbean, giving her all the cheat codes in this game. Meanwhile, you're sitting around with nothing to show for it. Is she reciprocating in your life? These folks that you're with, are they investing in your situation? Huh? Or are they benefiting off your back? Don't answer, guys, because I already know the answer. I already know the answer. I already know the answer. The answer is irrefutable, period. And it's been like that for centuries. Whenever they're involved with you, no matter what, the basis is absolutely contingent on them benefiting off of you and you taking the back seat. That's it. That's all. Don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. Now, I'm not going to excuse the fact that some of these dynamics, obviously, they are a part of our culture as well. You know, we have Black people in our, you know, environment, our family and friends that operate like traitors too. You're going to have to use wisdom. But I tell you what, finding and being able to align with your own people, you know, good quality people, is going to be one of your most valuable assets. I'm just telling you the truth. You know, I have been blessed in these last few years with very, very, very high quality Black female friends. You know, most of them, it has all developed since I came here to Ghana, and, you know, other people from my platform and things like that. Extremely high quality women that, I mean, they enrich me in an unbelievable way. And I know that this is not available with anyone else. This is not available with anyone else. They understand my experience. They understand what I've been through. When I talk to them, I can talk to them in a candid way. You know, I can be myself. I don't have to censor. I don't have to hold back. I don't have to be worried that I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings. You know, I can be unapologetically Gina. That's one of the most beautiful things about being able to align with your own people. You know, you don't have to be guarded. I can't imagine having to wear the mask in the workplace all day or whatever, at school all day or whatever, and then come into your home and have to wear it with your spouse. Because obviously, if you say certain things, if you just be unapologetically yourself, they will get offended. Yes, they will. Go ahead and sit down with them one day and have a conversation about how you feel about what has taken place, about what is going on, current events. Go on and tell them what you think about the things that their people do and say, the law, systematic racism, and all of that. Go on and watch how their face gets red, and watch how they try to rebut you, and watch how they try to make excuses. A zebra never changes its stripes, guys. Big shout outs to the African Superstar family. Okay, I'm going to start shout outs now. So if you are here in the building, please make your presence known. What's up, family? We got the Dove Fly KM. Please make sure you hit the likes. Everybody, we got 40 of you. Please do. And don't forget to support the stream, because I actually did a YouTube search and a TikTok search. There's not one video with this title, because our people ain't going to talk about it. We are disloyal. We are complicit in the destruction of our community because we refuse. And we talk unity. A lot of y'all talk unity, but you don't practice it. You talk black love, but you don't practice it. You talk black business, you don't practice it. You talk Africa, you don't travel, you don't invest. Some of the African migrants, they're busy. They have so much commentary sitting on their computer from Europe, from Australia, from America, watching the British born or the American born diaspora at least attempt to come to the continent and do something. There's millions of our people that talk it and don't walk it. Millions. And it's embarrassing and it's not progressive. And unless more of us take the initiative to start implementing what we know, what we recognize is wrong, okay, it's over for our people. Okay, if everybody just turns a deaf ear, everybody just says, oh, well, Gina, I got my heart broke and, I got disappointed in this and that and the other. Listen, I'll tell you right now, I know that our people are severely challenged. I know they have a lot of problems. I know a lot of them are dysfunctional, but I'm always going to choose my people first. That's it. And if I have a bad situation with one person, I'm not going to blanket the whole damn diaspora, continentals, African migrants, all Ghanaians, all Nigerians, all Kenyans. I'm not going to blanket them. You guys don't do that with the white people, and you should. But you will with our people. Big shout out to Matron on a Mission. Thank you for that super chat. You will blanket all black people with the situation that you have. You will blanket all black men with the heartbreak that you have. You will blanket all black businesses with the bad business that you experience and blah, blah, blah. Now, I do want to also say, we need to start being good to each other. In addition, we want our people to give us the benefit of the doubt, or the second chance, or whatever. We need to be good at what we're doing. Okay? If we're in business, we need to deliver. If we're in relationships, we need to be mature. We need to be good. We need to be honest. Okay? When we come to the continent as diasporans, we need to be patient. We need to be open-minded. We need to be willing to understand our new homeland and learn cultural norms and all of that. We need to understand the history of our people and where some of the derivatives of this bad behavior and dysfunction comes from. We need to be solutions oriented and start finding solutions to the problems that we experience. Okay? We want our people to give us the benefit of the doubt. I'm asking you guys to do that. But I'm also simultaneously asking you to be good at what you do. And I'm not asking you to do anything that I don't also do. You see, I run a business here as well, theafricansuperstar.com, which has been operable for over 3 years now. I'm very proud to say I have never, not once, had a complaint on my website. I've never had faulty products. I've never had anybody complain, leave me a bad review, or come on my channel and talk about how they hate my products and they're low quality and this and that and the other. I have delivered the service and products that I promised to do. Some of you guys right now are contracting land through my connects. You're going to get exactly what you paid for. You're going to get exactly what has been outlined to you. Some of you guys are sending funds right now to buy votes for my upcoming nomination. I'm going to send you a receipt or post a receipt on the community tab if I don't have your email, so that there's transparency. You see, I can ask you to do something and you guys trust me. Why do you guys trust me? Because Gina delivers on the things that she says she's going to do. Way back in yesteryear, I told you guys I was going to move to Ghana, huh? Some of the African Superstar family remember that? Huh? Back in 2020, I was talking about my move. Maybe a little bit in 2019, I might have alluded about it. I told you guys I was going to do it, right? Told you. I did it. We can make excuses for our people to a certain degree, but there's a certain level in which our bad behavior needs to change. Black men don't want a bad rap of being absent fathers and, difficult men, or all the stereotypes, violent, danger, all these things. Okay, don't perpetuate it. It's kind of hard to say that you're a deadbeat dad or absent dad when you're a present dad, right? Any of you men in the house can, you got married, you live with your kids, you raised up your children or raising them currently, you're active father. Nobody can call you a deadbeat, can they? Nobody can say you're not a good husband or father because you're present. Some of these stereotypes that are out there about our people are being self-perpetuated by our people. Are you a struggle life female? Huh? You got bad ways? You not taking care of your kids? You being irresponsible? Okay, well, the stereotypes are going to apply. For instance, nobody can call me a drug addict, an alcoholic, a college dropout, or a welfare woman, or a baby mama. Nobody can put those titles on me. Why? Because I didn't put myself into those situations. Same thing reigns true with our people getting caught up in these situations where allegations are being made. If you live a certain lifestyle and you make certain decisions, guess what? You can get railroaded, whether or not it's true, just because that's how you live your life. Those are the decisions you make. People seen you in that vicinity. They've seen you doing things in the past, so it gives it validity. Big shout outs. All right, let me go ahead and get into these shout outs now. Matrell on a Mission says programming and the desire to be accepted by everyone contributes to this problem. Big shout outs to Matrell on a Mission. Programming devalued any product by or for us. Absolutely. I think that's definitely an effect here on the continent, where a lot of people believe that foreign is just automatically good. I was overhearing some Nigerian ladies talking a few weeks ago, and this lady was saying that she was trying to do business in Nigeria with Nigerian made products, and the folks would not buy it. When they were coming in, they would ask her, the first thing they asked her is, oh, where is it from? Or where is it, made at? And so what she ended up having to do, can you imagine? She would ship her products from Nigeria to Dubai just to get the custom stamp or whatever, and then ship them back to Nigeria. And when they came back to Nigeria from Dubai, they were acceptable to the Nigerians, the locals. They believe foreign products are superior. They believe they're better quality or whatever. Now, in that example, they're probably quite happy with what they think is coming from the UAE, when actually it's from Nigeria. And imagine the woman is having to spend that unnecessary money to ship these products to Dubai and then ship them back to Nigeria. I believe firmly, I believe very firmly that we must take control of the programming of our young people. Obviously, there are few Black people in high levels of media and things like that, but we don't control the media. We're not in a majority share of the media or anything like that. So we can't control the mainstream media, but we can either create our own media, establish our own media houses. At least here on the continent, it would probably be easier to establish, a moderate media company and grow it or something like that. We should create the schools, create the curriculums, and start imputing into our children what they need, how they need to have, the outlook they need to have on the world. Okay. If we want them to love Africa and cultivate things here and not migrate and marry their own people, that's what we need to be programming them to do, because we see what the programming is encouraging them to do, which is everything, the inverse of everything I just said. And it's not a mystery why our people think their own counterparts are inferior, or they want to outsource, or they want to do interracial, or they want to migrate. That's what they're being programmed to do. Some of you guys are pet owners out there, okay? When you got the new puppy, did you just let the puppy train itself, or did you teach it what to do? I'm not saying our kids are puppies, But I'm saying that it's quite obvious that they need grooming, you know? And I believe personally in a very drastic mode of actions. That's why I moved to Africa against all odds, because I realized that there is no solution for the problems that we face in the West. There's no solution for the problems that we face. At least I can be here on the continent and try to, you know, navigate from here with less obstacles. You know, there are still challenges prevalent here, but less. Big shout out to the family. Lolo, I see you in the building. What's up, Black Beauty? Always, please, guys, make sure you like the stream if you are here and you like this topic. Show your love and support. What's up, Knowledge Seeker in the building? Enigmatic Scorpio says, Black people go through negative experiences in Europe and they always give Europe grace over and over again. Very true. They come to Africa, lost the tissue, and then all hell breaks loose. Absolutely. And I talked about this. You know, we give so much excuses for these people. They've never asked for our forgiveness. They don't give a damn how we feel or whatever. They don't care. So we actually conjure up excuses on their behalf. But we have no leeway for our own people. Guys, it's an idiotic, foolish mentality. Choosing other people over our people. Choosing other lands over our lands. Illuminating all the problems. You know, people here in Africa, they say, oh yeah, but our leaders are corrupt. As if the hell is Biden not corrupt in America? Hello? Do you know all the stuff that's going on in America right now? And guess what Biden's doing? He's sending money to Ukraine. Okay? Huge chemical spill in Ohio. He never even turned up to show face to the Ohioans and the surrounding states. Doesn't give a damn. Gun violence happening up and down every single day. He doesn't give a damn. Okay? All he cares about is Ukraine. And his vice president, all she cares about is the LGBT. That's what their agendas are. In the middle of all this other chaotic things happening in America. If that's not corruption, but again, we excuse it. Okay, is the Chinese dictator, is he not corrupt? I mean, you can't even talk about the government in China. They will shut up your, they will arrest you. They will destroy your life. They will, you know, they have a credit score. You know, you can get into a lot of trouble for going on the road less traveled. Okay, corruption is synonymous with world governments. The corruption here in Africa is not on a different level than what is happening outside. Matter of fact, these other, especially Western nations, especially America, they are killers. Okay, when they don't get what they want politically, they drop bombs on people and start killing people and start assassinating people. Which African leaders are doing that? Can you let me know? I mean, yeah, African leaders, they like cars, they like mansions, they like pretty girls. But I mean, if we gonna measure who's worse, who's got blood on their hands, who's invading people, whose priorities. Good point. Big shout out to the family. What's up, Paula? I see you in the building. Lolo says our self-hater perpetualizes generational trauma. Big shout out to the family. What's up, Mr. Amara? I see you in the building. Knowledge Seeker says, is low self-worth. Some of our people think very low of themselves, and so they think very low of their own people. Absolute, excellent point. And this is why I suggest that we start instilling high high self-esteem. Okay? Tell them. I mean, you guys know I'm very confident. I attribute a lot of it to my mom. You know, I went to predominantly white school growing all the way up until I went to high school. You know, I grew up in Ohio. I attribute my confidence to my mother. You know, my mom, until this day, my mother is like my biggest cheerleader. Jeannie, you're amazing. Jeannie, you're articulate. Oh my God, I love your skin color. Wow, you're so smart. Look at your teeth. You know, my mom used to always be telling me, wow, Jeannie, you could be a Colgate model. I mean, she wasn't lying though, because my smile is on fleek. But she, my mom just constantly, you know what I mean? I mean, it was so serious that if somebody tried to tell me something off the wall, I would just reject it. I'd be like, nah, that's not true. Like, I remember the first time this dude got mad at me. I was a teenager. And this guy was trying to get my phone number and I rejected him. And he was like, yeah, you're ugly. And I was like, bro, we both know. We both know that's not true. You see what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff, it starts in the formative years. Okay. Do not feel embarrassed to be bigging up your kids and the young people in your lives. All my nieces and nephews, I do nothing but dote on them. Okay. I do nothing but compliment them, shower them with hugs and kisses, get excited about whatever they're telling me or whatever they are involved in. That's why Auntie Gina is the most favorite auntie out of all of y'all. Hello. Because my nieces and nephews get a lot of love, a lot of support, a lot of information. And in return, they listen to me. And I find very creative ways to start imparting these life lessons. I tell them, this is why this is important. This is why you should do this. This is why you should choose your own people. This is why, and I have those conversations with young people of all ages. You've got to start plugging it in right now. The outside world is not kind. These people are going to do nothing but try to suppress our young people. So we need to buff it up. We need to be pumping it up. And it's even better if at their school they were getting the same type of reinforcement. They were going to the Black Excellence Academy where, they're getting pumped up and they're celebrated and they have camaraderie with the other students and, this kind of stuff. But until those type of schools are available, until we create them, hello, do the due diligence with what you have where you are. Enigmatic Scorpio says, a white female friend told me it's ridiculous what Black men put up when dating them. But let a Black woman do the same thing, then these Black men make them appear. Absolutely. Absolutely. Black women have these connotation of being gold diggers. That's all white women do. I mean, they're known for gold digging. They don't even lie about it. They lie, cheat, and steal to get a man of prominence, a man of wealth. They will leave you when the contract's over. They'll leave you any legal trouble. They'll leave you any allegations if you get sick, if you get old, whatever, you're on your deathbed. I mean, it couldn't be any more obvious that they are gold diggers, but guess what? We get the title. We get the negative stereotypes, and it's ridiculous. And white women, I mean, again, all the things they try to project on our people is the truths about themselves. They're low life. They're promiscuous. They're the ones having multiple abortions, and they'll sleep with their friends' husbands, and they'll do whatever it takes to get whatever they want to get. And they portray a lot of that on our women. Now, again, there are some women that obviously, Black women, that is their lifestyle. But the vast majority of us, we're educated, we're sophisticated, we're hardworking, we're good girls. Period. You know what I mean? We're ambitious, we're go-getters, we're creative, we're beautiful, we can multitask. I mean? We got it going on, but they try to project all their low vibrational characteristics on us. And again, Black men buy it. Black men could reject. Black men could say, why would I go with Becky when I can have Keisha? Do you see how bad she is? Black men could nip all this stuff in the butt if they wanted to. But you're right. Someone said low self-esteem, and I totally concur. This behavior from our people, this clamoring outside of our community, it does stem from low self-esteem. And that's why I believe that's a root cause that we need to address. We need to start imputing identity. Identity gives people confidence. Okay. If you're an orphan child or homeless child or foster child, you feel like your parents don't want you. You don't know your history. You don't know your lineage. It's a very confusing thing for you. Okay. And you may feel not valuable because you're going to say to yourself, man, nobody loves me. I don't have any family. Nobody cares about me. That's a lot different than, for instance, the son of the king. Okay. The son of the king feels like my daddy's the king. You know what I mean? I can have whatever. I'm rich. I have these servants. I have everything afforded to me. I'm so important. I'm so celebrated. It gives that person confidence. It gives that person, expectations in life, based off of their family heritage. This is why there has been such a concerted effort with hiding our history, because our history is exciting. Our homeland is amazing and beautiful. And when you come, you will get identity. You will become proud. Wow, look at this culture. Look at this landscape. Look at these people. Look at this food. Wow, you know what I mean? Look at how calm it is here. How cool Africa is. And it will make you be like, man, I'm in the place to be. Like, bruh, like, I'm very proud of Ghana. Despite, my moans and complaints about certain things, I'm extremely proud of Ghana. I love living here. I love Ghana Pho. I love kente cloth. I mean, this is the place for me to be. I have my self-esteem is on 2023 being here. My self-esteem, I had to constantly reiterate it in the Western settings because everything around me was trying to discourage the confidence in me. But being here, I can shine unapologetically. And I've even seen since, like, for instance, the voting's been going on, how many of my Ghanaian friends and family have also supported buying votes for me, and it's just so, like, it's emotional for me because it's like, wow, this is what a community is like, and it's especially touching for me being a member of the diaspora and not having any immediate family here in Ghana to get that kind of rapport. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, Gina, I've had Ghanaians send me votes from the UK. I've had them send me votes from America. People are voting here. Prince Ayoko got votes from me here in Ghana, and many other people here in Ghana. And it's just like, wow, this is what family is like. And again, it's like the bowl of marbles. I pour a lot of marbles out on you people. Hello. I give a lot of time, a lot of advice, a lot of energy. But I honestly am the recipient of people putting marbles back into my bowl. So living here in Ghana, I'm not drained. I'm not exhausted. I'm not depressed. I'm not unhappy. Because I feel that it's being reciprocated. I feel appreciated. I feel loved. I feel a part of the community. You know what I mean? So big shout out to family. I know I've had so much to say on this topic. I've failed getting through your comments. Please forgive me. Seafood Thoughts did the necessary. Sent a super chat. You guys could follow along. Hello. Yes. We need money for votes. We need money for music. Hello. What's up, family? Enigmatic Scorpio's talking about the campaign is very obvious. You'd have to be, again, an idiot to not notice it. He said every public advertisement in DC has a picture of interracial couple, black man with a white woman. And black men are not questioning this. They're not like, wait a minute, this is some straight BS. This doesn't make any sense. Thank you, Brown Coat Blue. I appreciate, sent $20 for the votes. I got you. Thank you so much for supporting, as you always do, in the chat room. What's up, S.A. Smith? I'm not going to talk too long, but again, black men, do you guys not see this? I know I have several black men in the chat room. Do you guys not see that they keep pairing you up with white women? You don't question it. You don't notice that every sitcom, every billboard, all your favorite footballers and basketball players, This is not in your best interest. And you know what? White women, look, y'all need to keep it real too, because since you love black men so much, you better tell them, get with your own woman, because guess what? There ain't gonna be no black men in the future. Hello. Only we can make them. Only we can make them. So while you having fun and enjoying them dark chocolatey, and you look, because white women like, black men, like, black foreign men, dark skinned men, African men, that kind of thing. Those can only be produced by black women and a black man. So while y'all bleeding them out, think about that, because you kind of need us to produce what you love so much. The circle begins and ends with the black woman. It's just what it is. Big shout outs to the family. Thank you, Ingrid, for your super chat. I see you, sweetie. It begins and ends with the black woman. I mean, we're everything. We're everything you want to be. Just imagine in life growing up and looking at yourself and trying to emulate a whole nother race. Because that's what your favorite white women do. I'm just keeping it real. Growing up in the 90s, being rail thin, that was, their beauty standard or whatever. They used to slam girls with big butts and big lips and, big eyes and all of, our African features, until they could manipulate science to do the same thing. And guess what? As soon as they could, okay, breast implants, lip fillers, butt implants, liposuction to get that Coca-Cola body. Soon as they could manipulate science, it was the new hot thing, wasn't it? Okay. And again, I pointed out of all the things we got going on in the world, all the problems that we have, okay, that's the kind of stuff they're using science to do. Figure out how to do what? Emulate whose body? Because it ain't their body. Their people ain't built like that. Their people ain't never been built like that. Okay, go back, look at the Roaring 20s and all that stuff. Look at, go to the Smithsonian, go to Italy and look at go to Greece, see the god statues. They have never had those features. Those things are indigenous to our people. It's an irrefutable truth. All right. So your favorite wants to begin. It all starts and ends with the black woman. That's it. You can try to circumvent us if you want. I mean, you can try to play games and act like we're not this and we're not that. You can try. And after you go and you get into these relationships with these folks, okay, and they wreck your life and they take all your money, sometimes they might even kill you, then you want to do what? Come get a black lady to help you do damage control after you've ruined your life, after your prime is over, after you're old and sick and you don't have anything. It's wrong, guys. Okay? Your mindset should be like, man, I'm balling now, and I want to do this with somebody who understands me. I want to do this with somebody who riding with me. I want to do this with somebody from my own community. You know what I mean? That should be your attitude. Listen, ain't nobody riding on this journey with me except a black man. That's it. That's all. I'll be damned if I hustle and grind, get something popping, get some success, earn some money, and then I go share it with these clowns. The clowns that put the same parameter, put all the obstacles to try to block me from getting to where I eventually got. Now I get there and I just go turn around and say, okay, thanks, guys. I got past all your obstacles and tricks. But hey, let's go ahead and break bread. Let's get married and have some kids. You know what? My whole fortune's for you. I will be damned. And that's how dumb some of you guys are. I'm sorry. 2023, I don't usually call people dumb and stupid. I haven't prior to this. I'm getting a little old now. So I'm just going to go ahead and start calling you guys as you are. It's dumb and stupid. It's dumb and stupid. Big shout outs to the family. Lola says, all my experiences with white women have ended in obsession and jealousy. My experiences with them have ended in me getting fired from jobs, because that's pretty much where my relationships with white women started in is at the workplace. I don't personally have any friends like that outside of work or school or whatever. And you're right. I mean, it's obsession. You know, it gets obsessive. You know, they want to control you. They want to know, you know, they want to know all your details. They want to chill with you outside of work, or they want to, you know, they're just obsessed. And there's no other word or definition for it. And then it begins to affect like your work, because it's like, we're coming here to do this job and get the money and be out. But that's not enough for them. You know, that's not enough for them. They're literally infatuated with us. You know, I don't personally know any black women that are obsessed with white women that, you know, want to constantly be with them and asking them questions in their private lives. And, you know, if they're superior in the office, you know, in a superior position, just like stalking their colleagues. No, it's always them. It's always been them. Big shout outs to the family. What's up? Matrell on a mission. She says, there's a real agenda to separate us. People are falling for it. So without being unified, it will be difficult to get the desired results. Paula says, a leopard never changed their spots for them to keep the knowledge from us about Africa. Absolutely. I mean, there's just infinite reasons that all this stuff is deliberate. You know, like I pointed out in a previous live stream, you would think if they really don't like us and they don't like migrants, you know, they complain about immigrants, they complain about Africans, you would think that they would be like, look, okay, if they wanted to help, okay, they would say, look, these are some things that we can do to help you guys become self-sufficient. Or, you know what, matter of fact, all they would actually need to do, there's one thing they could do if they were really serious. They could just renegotiate some of the contracts that they have regarding raw materials that they're exporting from Africa to, you know, give more of those proceeds back, or use those proceeds to create infrastructure or jobs or any of those things. A lot of the things they actually promise when they do these initiatives, oh, we're going to bring these, you know, international companies, we're going to create this and that, and it's going to be good for the local economy and jobs, and then they never deliver. Hello, that's more of that corruption from the West. I know y'all don't like talking about that, but yeah, something as simple as this could create, you know, could offset a lot of the situations here economically, for instance. Because if Ghana was doing for itself, if they were manufacturing their own products, if their people were shopping local, that would be great for the economy. But you see, the West needs it to be chaotic, and they need it to be like this, and it's deliberate. You know what I mean? So guys, I've talked long enough. Please, again, guys, sorry, I couldn't get through. Our channel's getting big now. Hello. I can't get through the comments no more anymore. Sorry. But I do want to give a special shout out to our members only in the building today. I also want to give a special shout outs to our super chat donors. Yes, those of you guys that sent money for votes, sent money for music, sent money because this topic needs to be talked about how our people are being disloyal and such were some of you. I would hope that maybe this will be thought-provoking for some of you others, that, you know, you don't understand why you need to have allegiance with your people. I hope that this has been, you know, thought-provoking for you, because you absolutely do, because we're all we got, basically. And we have countless examples of why we should choose ourselves and choose ourselves first. You know? So big shout out to the African Superstar family. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope everybody who has not liked the stream, take a minute out. Hello. Take a minute out and like the stream right this very minute. Okay. Like the stream this very minute. Let's see here. Yes. Like the stream. Oh, goodness. It's giving me a hard time today. All right, here we go. Yes, Tiger, you're going to have to get the replay. It's been an hour. You're super late. But that's okay. You may have been busy. As for the rest of you guys, again, the announcements are the voting is currently open for my nomination. I want to give a special shout out to GBL, sent 5,000 votes 2 nights ago for the contest. So, and that's big money. He sent about 260 pounds. Yes, hello. I believe that might be like $300. He said he was going to do it in a live, but he really did. He did it. He sent it to me, and I purchased the votes on his behalf because the website wasn't allowing him to do that amount. So those of you guys that want to send your votes in, please do. We want to win the award, and I want to win the opportunity to perform at the award show, and therefore I will drop a brand new single. So make sure you vote. Send in your votes or send in your money, either Cash App or PayPal, Super Chat, whatever. If you want it for votes, just designate that you want it for votes so that I will be purchasing the votes on your behalf so that we can win. Hello. Yes. Don't send me prayers. Don't send me wishes. Don't do it. Don't send me congratulations, wishing, hoping you, giving you positive vibes. Just send votes. That's all you got to do. Okay. Votes are counted. Nothing else is counted. Okay, I can't take well wishes and congratulations and prayers and vibes and say, hey guys, I got so many vibes on my channel. I got so many vibes in my DMs. No, send the votes. Okay, family. All right. Big shout outs to all of you. I love you guys. I'll see you again very soon. Okay. Until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.